Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Armageddon. Today we're going to be playing this week's Midweek Magic, which is Phantom Golden Sealed. Now, Midweek Magic runs every Tuesday to Thursday, and it's a free event where you can play as many games as you like. And for your first 3 wins, you get rewards. The first 2, you get an individual card reward that's at least a rare. You can sometimes get a mythic rare. And for your 3rd win, you get a mystery cosmetic. So this is a nice way to build up your collection for free. And this week's the theme changes from week to week. What format you play on Midweek Magic, and this time it is Phantom Golden Sealed. So we'll be opening 12 golden booster packs, and those are the packs that are all rares and mythic rares, and then make a 40 card deck with those. So this is going to be crazy. Let's see what we open. So this is all of the cards that we opened because they're all rares or mythic rares. So there's no point in going over them here because it'll take forever to scroll through. So let's just go straight to the deck building screen. But it's always fun, and it was definitely cool to see so many cards appear on the screen. Anyway, on we go. Lots of powerful cards in every color. I think what we want to look for is how good our fixing is. We open 2 red-green lands. So that makes playing red and green easier. It actually makes playing 3 colors easier because you can include more lands of your 3rd color because these are dual lands. That's weird. I thought I opened Timeless Oh, wait, that's multicolored. So we also have a Timeless Lotus, which taps for 1 mana of every color. Oh, we've got a Troxa in here. That's pretty wild. And let's see, there's not as much ramp or fixing in green at rare or mythic rare, but we'll see if we got anything. There are some green cards at rare, or I think rare, that can fix you Bloom Burrow, but nothing that specifically fixes our colors. We can make a lot of Forest Dryad land creature tokens with Awaken the Woods, but those only tap for green. And I don't see anything particularly interesting to ramp into, at least not in mono green. Open the Way basically is find 2 lands and put them on the battlefield tapped, which isn't terrible. It's not particularly exciting, but ramping might be useful so you can play out your hand faster and get all of your bombs in place quicker. So that's worth considering, even though I don't think it's the greatest rare. Assassin's Trophy for efficient removal, although it does ramp the opponent. Tyvar, not very good. I don't see any elf. Well, Izoni is an elf, but I don't think I'm playing Tyvar for 1 elf. We also have Tolsimir, so I don't think we're playing Tyvar for 2 elves. Though giving them Death Touch isn't bad. And then Tyvar would be good with Awaken the Woods, because we can start putting +1/+1 counters on all those Dryads, but that's still a pretty slow ability. So let's see what other removal we have. Doorkeeper Thrall could be a useful hate card. We've got Aurelia's Vindicator and Sunfall in white. And Deadly Cover-Up in black. And there's not usually... Most red removal is at lower rarities, but there is an Incinerator of the Guilty. So we do have a number of board wipes. Looking at our red and green, because we have the dual lands to support it, Over the Top would be hilarious, but basically unplayable. But it would be so much fun to cast in Phantom Golden Sealed format. You can get an edge if you control more non-land permanents than your opponent. If we were creating a lot of tokens, this might be a fun inclusion. Vindictive Flamestoker is kind of slow. Fugitive Codebreaker is fine. Sheevan Devastator is fine. Ozolith is pretty nice. Pairs well with Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Hide in Plain Sight. Oh, here's Feral Encounter. This is also a removal spell. Although you have to be able to cast the creature you exile with it this turn. And if you're spending 2 mana to cast Feral Encounter, it could be very difficult depending on how many bigger creatures you're playing. Ends, Rags, Rampage. I mean, there are likely to be a fair number of powerful artifacts. Blood Spatter Analysis is cheap removal, but 3 damage, probably not going to cut it against a lot of the creatures that you're going to see at higher rarities. Karn is an interesting value play. Sword of Forge and Frontier and Anduril are nice. Threefold, I should say, Thunderhulk is interesting. Well, the problem here is that I could spend forever on deck building, and then the deck building component of this video would be longer than the gameplay, and that just doesn't sound very interesting to me. So I think what I'll do is we'll build the deck off camera, show off the completed product, and get into some games. So see you in a bit. Okay, so this is what I've settled on. We're Jund. Opened 2 copies of World Souls Rage, but I'm only including 1 as a finisher. We also have Breach the Multiverse, Phyrexian Fleshgorger, Izoni, and Incinerator of the Guilty at the top end. I do only have 4 red sources, but my only double red card is Incinerator of the Guilty, and that's good at any time I play it. It does mean that I'm not likely to be able to play Miglaws on curve, but that's fine. We have a lot of double black cards: Master Girl, Sauron, Deadly Cover-Up, Breach the Multiverse, and Phyrexian Fleshgorger if we play it for its prototype cost. We are playing Open the Way. We do want to ramp in this deck because we want to hit 5, 6, 7 mana consistently. We also have Awaken the Woods, because Awaken the Woods works really well with World Souls Rage. Don't have any ways of putting lands in the graveyard to get back with World Souls Rage, but that's fine. It's still a powerful finisher. And then we also have Sword of Forge of Frontier and Anduril to help us be able to continue to attack in. And a fair number of bigger creatures to go with the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. And we have Sharp-Eyed Rookie and Homicide Investigator as early plays, and possibly as removal magnets or speed bumps to get in the way of other aggressive opponents. Ozolith pairs well with Sharp-Eyed Rookie as well. We've got Assassin's Trophy, Rolled Soul's Rage can also act as removal, and then Deadly Cover-Up to wipe the board if we're really far behind. Jund, first of all, because I had the two red-green dual lands, so playing red and green made sense. The red turns out to be more of a splash in this deck. And then black seemed to be one of the best options since it gave us access to such powerful cards as Breach the Multiverse, Deadly Cover-Up, Massacre Girl, Gix. We also have Diabolic Intent and Case of the Stashed Skeleton to find any of the cards in our deck. We'll make Breach the Multiverse the cover. So this is what we're going to try. Hopefully we'll get our 3 wins quickly, but we'll have to see. This is going to be a crazy format. It's going to be a lot of fun. Crazy things are going to happen, so I can't wait to get into the games and see what happens. On we go. Okay, on the play, only swamps in hand, but I do have Case of the Stashed Skeleton, which can search for any card in my library if I no longer control a suspected skeleton, and Diabolic Intent, which I can use to sacrifice the aforementioned suspected black skeleton to also find any card in my library. So I think we can keep this. This also means we can cast Phyrexian Fleshgorger for its prototype cost if we don't think we're going to get to 7 mana. Sharp-Eyed Rookie would be best as a turn 2 play, but it's still fine. It doesn't work with Case of the Stashed Skeleton because it's the same power, but it does work with Izoni and Fleshgorger. So we'll try it. With our Case of the Stashed Skeleton, we can also get in some early damage. Ooh, Gix, you say? Well, if we draw a land, we can play Gix and draw a card off the skeleton, unless opponent removes it, which I kind of don't mind. Opponent ramps with the Iron Crag. We do hit a land. And relay. Yep. Rankle's Prank got us. What to drop here? I think we keep our top end creatures. Sharp-Eyed Rookie lets us get back on the board. And then with the skeleton gone, we'll have solved the case. So Diabolic Intent is less important. So I think this is our pick. Alright, we draw land. I think it's Homicide, Investigator, search for something with the case. The Lord Skitter is going to mess up our Izoni, that's for sure. I think with opponent going wide here, we get deadly cover-up. No, they turned that into a land. I mean, an artifact. Interesting. Not drawing a land was pretty rough. Opponent gets to search up a basic. Fetches an island, no attacks. Plays a 7-mana Flesh Gorger. Alright, there's our land for deadly cover-up. I don't think we collect evidence because it's highly unlikely opponent will have multiple copies of the same cards. No point attacking with the Sharp-Eyed Rookie because opponent just gets 7 life for free, and I don't think we want that. Alright, so if we play Flesh Gorger for 3, then Talion triggers, and opponent draws a card and we lose 2 life. Well, I'll take a free block. So opponent top decking, although of course every draw is potentially a very powerful draw, but opponent doesn't find anything to deal with my board, and we get our first win. Alright, so let's see what our first reward is. It's a rare. Breaches the Blast Maker from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. There we go. All right, so let's get in and try and win our second game. Okay. On the play, I don't have any creatures, which makes having both of my equipment in my opening hand pretty awkward. Open the way. I will have double green for that, so I just need to draw a land. I don't even have to draw a fourth land to cast it. I can cast it for x equals 1, but obviously it's better if I can cast it for x equals 2 and get 2 lands. And then World Soul's Rage is clunky as removal, but I have it as removal. It'll obviously be better after I play Open the Way. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but I'm going to try it. Hope Commercial District surveils us into a land, and we hit our fourth land right away. Okay, another opponent playing black. This time it's black-white. Opponent has Homicide Investigator on 2. I guess I'll get one of my equipment down. I think we'll wait to show opponent black, although of course we might hit a black source off Open the Way. Opponent up to 3 mana. Plays Monastery Mentor. Alright, so I want to hit Deadly Cover Up for sure. And we hit 2 swamps. And send Izoni, Awaken the Woods, Diabolic Intent, and one of our Gixes to the bottom. Alright, Massacre Girl. Now the problem is, opponent does have 4 cards in hand, so they could easily have removal. Although, again, there's not that much removal at higher rarity. Opponent plays a face down card. Oh, I think they're about to exile my Massacre Girl. I do at least get a 2/2. Another land, not really useful here. I could World Soul's Rage the Monastery Mentor. I think I should. Even though that does give them a clue token with Homicide Investigator. Now we're top decking. Opponent has another unyielding gatekeeper. Oh, they can exile any non-land permanent. Well, at least they can only get one of my equipment. Takes Andril. That also means I get a blocker. And with my life total the way it is, I think I block. Sharp-eyed rookie. And at least we created the 2/1/1 spirits off Andril before opponent exiled it. So that is useful. Sharp-eyed rookie holds off the unyielding gatekeepers. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. And of course, Sword of Forge and Frontier is nice because it provides us with card advantage. And we have a lot of land, so we're likely to be able to cast the spells we hit off it. Alright, so opponent does draw 2 more cards. But that means they're less likely to be able to have an answer to my equipment. Case of the Stashed Skeleton. I could attack with everyone. I don't mind trading off my ground creatures. Oh, well, this is rough. We hit Flesh Gorger and Shivan Devastator. I have 8 mana. So I can play Flesh Gorger for Prototype and Devastator for X equals 4. And pretty much hope the opponent doesn't have a board wipe. Alright, opponent gets a hit off Assemble the Players. I forget if there are board wipes for 4 mana. Okay, so oh well, we get our own Deadly Cover-Up. But I think alright, there we go. We get the job done. On we go. Actually, wait, I almost forgot. Gotta check what our next reward is going to be. Three Tree City. Well, I'm trying to collect all the cards from Bloomborough, so happy to open a Bloomborough rare. Although Three Tree City, not exactly the greatest. It might be good if you're playing a tribal deck in Brawl, I suppose. Anyway, still nice to get another rare. So, on we go. Well, we keep lucking out and being on the play. I think this is keepable. I can cast 3 of the spells I have in hand, and I just need 1 green source to open the way. Homicide Investigator is a good early play, and I can start putting counters on it with Ozolith if it doesn't get removed. Opponent on black-white with Shadowy Backstreet. Of course, they could be playing any number of colors. Breach the Multiverse. Well, Open the Way is going to be helpful in ramping us toward that. Although I'll need to hit my second green source. I guess I could always Assassin's Trophy my own. There's our second green source and a red source. I was just about to say I could Assassin's Trophy my own non-land permanent to search my library for basic land, but now that won't be necessary. Likeness Looter. Being able to loot is pretty good because that means opponent can dig toward answers more easily. Zoni, I will be able to play once I play Open the Way, so I think we keep. Opponent is Esper Colors. I think we Assassin's Trophy now, so opponent doesn't get the immediate benefit of the extra land and doesn't get to loot with a Likeness Looter. Ramping them is not exactly great, but we'll make up for it by casting our own ramp spell. Opponent at 4 mana. Plays Urza, Prince of Krug. Alright, well, they're tapped out. That's the main thing. No attacks. Reach is also going to be nice with Izoni because it enables Izoni's ability. Opponent plays Valiant Veteran. Well, I could breach right away. I mean, If you can cast Breach, you should cast Breach. Alright, we hit Miglaws, Gix, or Sharp-Eyed Rookie. What goodies does opponent have? Moonshaker Cavalry. I'll draw a card. We hit a land. That means we can play Izoni and the Ozolith. And Moonshaker Cavalry, great hit off Breach the Multiverse because it blocks opponents' flyers. They also have Restless Anchorage as a creature land. Alright. So opponent doesn't have good attacks. This suggests that they have a board wipe. But we've got Izoni to rebuild. So if that's the case, then I think on our turn we play Izoni, collect evidence, of course, and then crack a clue rather than play the Ozolith. So that way on the following turn we can play the Ozolith and activate it. Yep. Did I mill my, what do you call it? Milled my creature land. I did mill World Soul's Rage. So Awaken the Woods, not as exciting as it would be otherwise, although it would let me create a whole ton of tokens to sacrifice with Izoni. So maybe we Awaken the Woods for 1,000,000, and then play Izoni next turn, and sacrifice some Dryad tokens. Alright, Cryptic Coat, and a land. They can activate Restless Anchorage, but don't. We draw a land. Well, Deadly Cover-Up. Not looking so hot when I have all of these creature tokens on board. Alright, so I have to activate this as a sorcery. Alright, Gix. Case. The stashed skeleton is pretty small ball. Maybe I don't want Gix because I only have 12 cards left. And I'm drawing 2 cards. Alright, Sauron's good with full graveyard. Alright, so opponent sacrifices a clue on their turn, main phase. So they're still digging for answers. So that's a good sign. Opponent has another shadowy backstreet. I think this is lethal. Alright, we got her done. 3 for 3. Not bad. So let's see what our mystery cosmetic reward is. Parallax card style, no surprise, that's the most common form of cosmetic on Arena. So not the most exciting, but a free reward is a free reward. So that was a pretty cool deck. Izoni was great. I think we had Izoni in play in 2 games, and Izoni was great both games. Breach, of course, was fantastic. Massacre Girl got removed the only time I played her. Homicide Investigator and Sharp-Eyed Rookie did some good work. Gix was fine. We never played Miglaws. The equipment was good. Sword of Forge and Frontier was very good. Assassin's Trophy, despite ramping opponent, was useful at getting rid of key non-land permanents. Ozolith, very good the game we played it. World Souls Rage, sadly, never finished someone off with a massive World Souls Rage after creating a humongous number of Dryads with Wake in the Woods. That would have been pretty sweet, but so it was a 2 damage removal spell the one time we cast it, so that was a little sad, but oh well. And then Open the Way did what it was supposed to do, ramped us by 2, and helped fix our colors. So Open the Way was useful in, I think we played it in 2 games. Deadly Cover-Up was good the one time we cast it. And then Phyrexian Fleshgorger, never connected with it, but it was being on the board was game winning for one of our games, so that's pretty nice. Anyway, so that'll do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you thought I should have made any different deck building choices, although you wouldn't have seen all of the cards in my pool, so you might not be able to make an informed choice there. But from what you've seen, if you wanted to see something else, let me know in the comments. If you thought I should have made any different plays, also let me know. Please like and subscribe. Thanks very much, and have a good day. Bye.